Hello dear students, welcome to Konar classes. In this session we are going to discuss a few questions on indefinite integration. The first one is that you see that find the value of this integration cos x into square root of 1 plus sin 6x dx. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to make a substitution, and we will make the substitution 1 plus sin 6x equal to t. Why? Because the differentiation of 1 plus sin 6x will give us cos 6x. So what we should do? So let 1 plus sin 6x is equal to t. This implies if we make a differentiation of 1 plus sin 6x, it should be 0 plus sin 6x differentiation is cos 6x into the differentiation of 6x is 6 dx is equal to dt. So what we get it here, dear students? So we get cos 6x dx is equal to 1 by 6 dt. Correct? So now from here what we can write, dear students? So from here we can write integration. So cos 6x dx is 1 by 6 dt. So we can bring that 1 by 6 out of this integration, then square root of 1 plus sin 6x. 1 plus sin 6x is t, so square root of t dt. Square root of t dt. Okay, so that is equal to what, dear students? So that is equal to 1 by 6, t to the power 1 by 2 dt. That means t to the power 1 by 2, t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1. Okay, plus 1 integrating constant c. Okay, so what we get it here, dear students? So then we get 1 by 6 into 1 plus 1 by 2, that is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, into t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1, so that is equal to 3 by 2 plus c. So this 2 and 6 got cancelled, here we get 3. So we get 1 by 9 into t to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Okay, now we need to replace back the value of t. What is the value of t? T is equal to 1 plus sin 6x. So what we get, the value of this integration is equal to 1 plus sin 6x power 3 by 2 plus c, the integrating constant. Okay, so we are done with the first question. So now let's proceed to the second one. Okay, here is the second question as I take from my notebook. So we need to find the value of this integration. In the numerator it is x to the power 4 minus x whole to the power 1 by 4, and in denominator it is x to the power 5 dx. Okay, so let's proceed. See, what is very important, dear students, is to know that what are the steps we are going to follow. That is what is very important, and to perform that you need to think 2 steps ahead. Okay, in rough work. How? You see that x to the power 5 is there, and here x to the power 4 is there, and in that entire expression x to the power 4 minus x power 1 by 4. So that means if we divide that inside that expression by x power 4, so we just need to divide that outside expression by x. So what I wanted to mean is that this equal to, we can write this integration is equal to, what we are going to do is that x to the power 4 minus x power 1 by 4 divided by x divided by x to the power 5 by x dx, that we can write. And we can write since x is not equal to 0. Correct? Now after that what we will do is that, dear student, that x, if it is go inside, so it become x to the power 4. Why? Because whatever the expression you see here, it is power 1 by 4. Okay, so hence once it goes inside, it will become power 4. So what we get it here? So from here we get integration. In the numerator we get x to the power 4 minus x divided by x to the power 4 complete power 1 by 4, and in the denominator it is x to the power 4 dx. Okay, so what we get it here, dear students? So this is equal to integration. In the numerator, if we see x to the power 4 by x to the power 4, that is 1 minus x by x to the power 4, that means 1 by x to the power 3. This complete power 1 by 4, and here x to the power 4 in the denominator, x to the power 4 dx, correct? And hence I said that sometime we need to think 2 steps ahead. Why so? Now if you see that if we take 1 minus 1 by x to the power 3 is equal to t as a substitution, then what we will see, the differentiation of 1 by x to the power 3 should become minus 3 by x to the power 4, and so that we can make a proper substitution. So what I wanted to mean is that from here, if we continue here, okay, so what we are going to get, dear students? So I am saying that let 1 minus 1 by x to the power 3 is equal to t. Okay. So this implies if we make a differentiation of both the sides, differentiation of 1 is 0 minus differentiation of x to the power minus 3, that become minus 3 into the x to the power minus 4. So that minus, so let me write minus 3 divided by x to the power 4 dx. X to the power minus 4 means 1 by x to the power 4. So that is equal to dt. So from here what we get, dear students, this minus and minus become plus. So 1 by x to the power 4 dx is equal to 1 by 3 dt. So what we can write is that 1 by x to the power 4 into dx is equal to 1 by 3 into dt. Now dear students, so if we replace this one, so this integration becomes what? So this will become, so this integration will become by means of this substitution, we are going to get, this is equal to integration 1 minus 1 by x to the power 3, that is t. So t to the power 1 by 4. Okay, so let me write clearly, t to the power 1 by 4. So here we get t to the power 1 by 4 into dx by x to the power 4 is nothing but 1 by 3 dt. So this 1 by 3 we can bring outside, okay, and dt we can write, correct? Now performance of, now we can integrate this one very easily. So this equal to what? This equal to, we get 1 by 3 into t to the power 1 by 4 plus 1 divided by 1 by 4 plus 1 plus c, where c is integrating constant. So we can write here where c is integrating constant, integrating constant. Now what will happen here, dear students? So this is equal to 1 by 3 into 1 plus 1 by 4, that is equal to 5 by 4, correct? And t to the power 1 by 4 plus 1, this means t to the power 5 by 4. So it is t to the power 5 by 4 plus c. Now this 3 into 5 by 4, that means 15 by 4. So 1 by 15 by 4, that means 4 by 15. So that is equal to, we get 4 by 15 into t. What is t, dear students? So the value of t is equal to 1 minus 1 by x to the power 3. So 1 minus 1 by x to the power 3 power 5 by 4 plus c. So this is the value of the integration. Okay. So what we get, dear students? So the value of this integration, we get this one. Okay. So now let's proceed to the next question, dear students. So here is question number 3, as I take it from my notebook. So we need to find the value of this integration. Find integration x to the power 4 dx divided by x minus 1 into x square plus 1. So we need to perform the value of this integration. Okay. So let's see how we can proceed. So dear students, what we see that in this in entire expression, the numerator is x to the power 4 and in the denominator is x to the power 3. That means the power of that numerator polynomial is more than that of the denominator polynomial. So what we should do, we should divide. And before division, what we can write is that we should first multiply that x minus 1 into x square plus 1. Okay, let's multiply quickly. That become x to the power 3, then plus x minus x square minus 1. Correct? So what we get it here? So we get this is equal to, we can write x to the power 3 minus x square plus x minus 1. So now this integration, what we can write is that, so you can now divide x to the power 4 by this expression, right? So if you divide this one, what we are going to get, x to the power 4 with x cube minus x square plus x minus 1. So what we should get first? First it should be x here, and what we get it here, you get x to the power 4 minus x to the power 3, because x will be multiplied with each and every term of this expression. So first is x to the power 4 minus x to the power 3 plus x square minus x. Okay, then this will be minus, this will be plus, this will be minus, this will be plus. So this x to the power 4 minus x to the power 4 will get cancelled. So what we left with? We will left with x cube minus x square plus x. After that, what we will do, dear students? So here already x cube is there, so we just write plus 1. So what we get it here? So we get x to the power 3 minus x square plus x. Okay, x to the power 3 minus x square plus x minus 1. Okay, so what we get here? Here it will be minus, here it will be plus, here it will be minus. So x cube minus x cube got cancelled, minus x square plus x square will get cancelled, plus x minus x will get cancelled. So and minus 1 should also be 1. So we will left with 1. So what we can say, dear students, that x to the power 4 is equal to x plus 1 into x cube minus x square plus x minus 1 plus 1. So what we can write from here? So from here we can write this is equal to integration x to the power 4 is equal to x to the power 3 minus x square plus x minus 1 into x plus 1, correct, plus 1. And in the denominator what we can write? X minus 1 into x square plus 1 entire dx. Now if you look at that, what is x cube minus x square plus x minus 1? That is nothing but x minus 1 into x square plus 1. So what we can write here? So this equal to, we can write this is equal to integration, that we can write it here is equal to x minus 1 into x square plus 1, okay, into x plus 1. So instead of x cube minus x square plus x minus 1, we wrote only these two expressions, that is x minus 1 into x square plus 1. And x plus 1 as it is, it was there, plus 1 divided by, what we can write is that x minus 1 into x square plus 1 this dx. So this is equal to what, dear students? So this by this plus this by this. So we can write, if we write elaborately, that is equal to integration x minus 1 into x square plus 1 into x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 into x square plus 1. Okay, this dx plus integration this 1 by this, that means what? We can write 1 by x minus 1 into x square plus 1 dx. So what we see, dear students, so x minus 1 and x minus 1 got cancelled in the both denominator and numerator. X square plus 1 in the numerator will get cancelled with x square plus 1 in the denominator. So what we get then? We get this is equal to integration x plus 1 dx, okay, plus integration 1 by x minus 1 into x square plus 1 dx. Correct? We know what is the integration of x plus 1 dx, that is equal to integration of x dx, that is equal to x square by 2, and plus integration dx, that is x. So what we can write here, this is equal to x square by 2 plus x plus this integration, that is 1 by x minus 1 into x square plus 1 dx. And as we have completed this indefinite integration, we should include one integrating constant. So suppose we consider that integrating constant as C1. So you can write it here, where C1 is integrating constant. Integrating constant. Okay, dear students. So the given integration is now this. So what we need to do, dear students? So we need to find the value of this integration. So let me write it here. Okay. So the given integration, as we see, is equal to this. So let me write it down. Okay. So given integration, so this integration is equal to x square by 2 plus x plus integration dx by x minus 1 into x square plus 1 plus C1, where C1 is integrating constant. Now, dear students, I hope you got the idea that how to perform this integration, that is dx by x minus 1 into x square plus 1. This comes under the category of partial fractions, right? So what to do, dear students? Okay, if you look into my previous session where I discussed in details about the partial fractions, if we apply that knowledge, so what we are going to do is that, so 1 by, so we write 1 by x minus 1 into x square plus 1, that is equal to capital A by x minus 1 plus, in the numerator it will be capital Bx plus C divided by x square plus 1. Okay, where capital A, capital B and capital C are real constant, and our purpose is to find the value of that real constant. Okay, so what to do? So I am not discussing in details about partial fractions. Those who are new and just looking this session now, you can please look into the partial fraction session which is available in the previous sessions. Previous few sessions earlier I discussed that. So from here what we can write, dear students, so this implies 1 is equal to A into x square plus 1 plus Bx plus C into x minus 1. Now what is our target, dear students? Our target is to find the value of capital A, capital B and capital C. How to do that? For which we should first apply the value of x equal to 1. This is an identity. This entire thing is an identity and true for any value of x. So any real value of x, obviously. So x equal to 1, if we apply, in the left hand side we get 1 and right hand side we get a into 1 square plus 1 plus b into 1 plus c into 1 minus 1. That 1 minus 1 is 0. So that entire thing becomes 0. So what we get here? So we get 1 is equal to a into 1 square plus 1. 1 square plus 1 means 2. So a is equal to 2a. So from here we get the value of a is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Now let's see what is the value of b and c. So for which what you should do, dear students? So for which we should equate the coefficients of x square in both sides of this identity. What is the coefficient of x square in the left hand side? That is 0. Okay. So here I am writing here. Okay. Here I am writing. So this implies, so by equating the coefficients of x square, the coefficients of x square in both the sides, what we are going to get? Left hand side, what is the coefficient of x square? That is 0. That is equal to, in the left hand side, what is the coefficient of x square here? In this expression is a. So that is a. And what is the coefficient of x square in this one is b, because bx plus bx into x, that is bx square. So 0 is equal to a plus b. Apart from a plus b, okay, there is no other real value possible which one is the coefficient of x square. So what we say, that what is observed is that 0 is equal to a plus b, because a plus b is the coefficient of x square in the right hand side, and in the left hand side the coefficient of x square is 0. So from here what we can say? From here we can say the value of b is equal to minus a, and the value of a we already found it out, that is 1 by 2. So that implies the value of b is equal to minus 1 by 2. Correct, dear students? So that is the value of b. Now we need to find the value of c. To find the value of c, dear students, so what you should do? So let's equate the coefficient of constant term in both the sides. Okay, so let me use a different color. So what we can do is that from this identity, what we are doing, by equating the constant term, by equating the constant term in both the sides. Okay, what we are going to get? In the left hand side, what is the constant term? That is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to. In the right hand side, what is the constant term in this expression is a. So we write capital A. And here the constant term bx x square, it is not bx minus 1 not cx not minus c. So that is minus c. So what we get? We get c is equal to a minus 1. So value of c is equal to a minus 1. So value of c is equal to a minus 1. And the value of a we already found it out, that is 1 by 2. So that is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1. That is equal to minus 1 by 2. So from here what is the value of c we get, dear students? That is minus 1 by 2. So we found the value of ABC, dear students. So now all is required is to apply and perform that integration. Okay. So what we can write here? So if I clean this particular portion, So I can write here the value of A is equal to 1 by 2. So value of A we already found here, this is equal to 1 by 2. That is the value of A. So let us keep the value of A, B and C, and rest we can clean. So this is the value of A. So what we can write from here then? So here we can write A is equal to what? 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 1 by x minus 1. And the value of B and C both are minus 1 by 2. So what we can write here? So minus 1 by 2 we can write here, and we can write here x plus 1 divided by x square plus 1. Correct, dear students? Okay. So now integration will be pretty simple. Okay, so let me clean this portion. So what we are going to get it here, dear students? So the integration of, so from here, so let me bring it here. Okay, so this implies integration of dx by x minus 1 into x square plus 1. X minus 1 into x square plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2 we can take outside of the integration dx by x minus 1, correct, minus 1 by 2 integration x dx divided by x square plus 1, correct, minus 1 by 2 integration dx by x square plus 1, correct. Now what you can do is that, so we know by this time we are matured. So integration of x dx by x square plus 1, if we take x square plus 1 is equal to t, then 2x dx equal to dt. So we need to bring 2 here. So if you need to bring 2 here, so here it has to be 4, correct, then only we can write 2 here. So now what is the integration of dx by x minus 1? That is quite simple. That is equal to 1 by 2 as it is, log of mod x minus 1, correct, minus 1 by 4 integration 2x dx by x square plus 1. So that is should be equal to log of x square plus 1. So I am not giving any mod on x square plus 1 because x square plus 1 is anyway positive irrespective of x is negative or positive. And minus 1 by 2 integration dx by x square plus 1, that means it is in the form of integration dx by x square plus a square. So what we can write, 1 by 2 into tan inverse of x. Okay, correct or not? So, and we can include one integrating constant c2. Okay, so what we can write here is that where c2 is integrating constant. Okay, so whatever the value we get it here, dear students, so that we need to replace it back and we will get the value of the given integration. What is the given integration? Given integration is this one. So what you should do, so from here we get the value of the given integration is equal to x square by 2 plus x plus this integration, that is equal to this, that is plus 1 by 2 into log mod x minus 1 minus 1 by 4 into log x square plus 1, okay, minus 1 by 2 into tan inverse of x, okay, plus c1 plus c2. We can add these two and get one constant called c. So we can write where c is equal to c1 plus c2. and that is the value of the given integration. I hope you got it very well. Now let's proceed to the next question. Question number 4 is equal to we need to find, question number 4 is here, find integration log x. So log of log x plus 1 by log x whole square. Okay, this entire expression dx. Okay, so what is the integrand here? This is the integrand, log x plus 1 by log x whole square. Okay, how to perform that one? So dear students, so what we can write here, so this integration is become integration of log x dx plus integration dx by log x whole square, correct? So this is the one. Let us now focus on performing the integration of log x dx. How to perform the integration of log x dx, let us concentrate. Okay, so let us do it here. Integration of log x dx. So if you see, dear students, that log x is a logarithmic function which is not directly integrable. So you should take what? This as the first function and 1 as the second function. That means we should take log x as the first function and 1 as the second function. So what we can write there? So by means of integration by parts, we can write log x, okay, integration dx minus integration ddx of, okay, log x into integration of dx, okay, whole dx. That is what is integration by parts. You all are, I know, very matured on that. So if we find it out, what we get, dear students, so integration of dx is x. So we get x log x minus integration ddx of log x. That means what it will be? Differentiation of log x is 1 by log x. Now by applying that chain rule, we need to perform the differentiation of log x. Differentiation of log x is 1 by x into integration dx, that is x, and whole dx, correct? So what we get it here, dear students? So we get it here is that, you know, x log x minus x and x got cancelled here because x is not equal to 0, and we get integration dx by log x. Okay, so you can write, and here we should add one integrating constant. Suppose c1 is an integrating constant, so you can write c1 here, and as we cancel x both in numerator and denominator, we can write, since x is not equal to 0. Now dear students, we need to concentrate on performing that integration of dx by log x. Okay, why so? You may think, sir, why you are not performing that integration of this one, dx by log x whole square? Let us perform this integration, then you will see that 1 by log x whole square will come. While performing the integration of dx by log x, so 1 by log x is the one function which is not directly integrable. So we should consider that function as the first function and 1 as the second function. So what we can write here? So x log of log x as it is there, let it be there, minus. So what we can consider 1 by log x as the first function. So let me write everything here. So we can write here is that 1 by log x, okay, into integration dx minus integration ddx of 1 by log x, sorry, ddx of 1 by log x into integration dx into integration dx whole dx whole dx. Correct? So now what we are going to get it is that, dear students, is that this is equal to, and what about the integrating constant C1 was there from the previous step, we took it here. So this is equal to, we get, dear students, so that is equal to x log x minus integration dx, that is x, so x by log x, so minus x by log x, then minus and minus become plus integration ddx of 1 by log x. ddx of 1 by log x means ddx of log x power minus 1, that is equal to minus 1 into log x power minus 2, that is minus 1 by log x power square into ddx of log x, chain rule. So what we can write? So we can write here is that minus 1 into log x power 2 into ddx of log x, that is 1 by x. If you recall the chain rule, first 1 by log x that we have done, then differentiation of log x, that is 1 by x, into integration dx, that is equal to x and dx. Now as we have done another integration here, so we can introduce a new integrating constant C2, C1 plus another integrating constant which is obtained by integrating this one, we club together and find another integrating constant C2. Okay, so what we get it here, dear students? So this is equal to, we get x log x minus x by log x, okay, minus integration, x and x got cancelled, so what we get, minus dx by log x whole square, minus dx by log x whole square plus C2. Okay, so now let us apply this value here, this value, this integration of log x dx, so we can apply here. Okay, so what we can get it, so what I'm saying is that this value, that integration of log x dx, we get it here. Okay, and that if we apply, what we'll get here, so that is equal to x log x, correct, minus x by log x, correct, then minus integration dx by log x whole square, okay, plus C2, I can write it here, plus C2, that integrating constant, and plus integration dx by that log x whole square, correct, this one. So what we see, that minus dx by log x whole square and plus dx by log x whole square get cancelled. That is why it was not required to perform that integration of dx by log x whole square. Okay, so what we get, final answer, that is equal to, we get x into log x, okay, minus x by log x, okay, plus one integrating constant C2, and this is the answer to the given integration. Okay, so I hope you got a very clear idea how to solve this type of questions. So with this note, let me conclude the class here. In the next class, we will solve few more questions on integration. Okay, both will have definite integration and indefinite integration. So till then, stay tuned. Thank you very much. Bye.